The MLB trade deadline is today, and joining us is MLB insider Jon Heyman to recap and look ahead at what deals can still go down. John, the Yankees, are they finished making deals?
No, I don't think they are finished. They've obviously had a good trade deadline already. It's getting Benintendi early, getting Montas yesterday, Efros also for the bullpen, and Trevino. So they are looking very, very good. They still have a couple of things to do for sure. One is to trade Joey Gallo. They'd like to trade Miguel Andujar as well. But, while they have the time here, while everyone else is kind of hustling, they can shoot for some pie-in-the-sky type deals. They called the Marlins about Pablo Lopez, found that price high, but they're going to look around and see how else they can improve this team. If they cannot do that, they will trade Gallo and possibly Andujar as well.
Yeah, Brian Cashman has been active and, like you said, still looking to make more moves. So everyone's been talking about Juan Soto. What's the latest on the Juan Soto sweepstakes, and will he just end up staying with the Nationals?
Well, as we're doing this right now, it looks like the Padres are being very aggressive. They were a team that was identified early. In fact, we did that basically when Soto became available. A.J. Preller, the GM of the Padres, has had his eye on Juan Soto since he was an amateur, and he's always loved him as a player. And A.J. Preller, very aggressive. Also, they have terrific prospects. They do have strong competition, though. Obviously, the Cardinals and the Dodgers have been in there pitching as well. So those have been the final three teams. But as we do this, and of course, things are fluid. You never know what will happen. The Padres are the ones that are being most aggressive for Juan Soto, and there does seem to be some momentum for a trade. And also, it appears that Josh Bell could be included in that trade. Obviously, the Padres have pitched very well. They haven't hit that well. You add Juan Soto and Josh Bell, you really have something there.
Generational talent. So do you expect any other major moves to be made ahead of the deadline?
Well, there are definitely going to be a lot of moves. Soto is the big one. We heard yesterday that Ohtani is staying where he is. The Yankees and some other teams made offers. That is not going to happen. I mean, Soto, you don't see a player like this 23-year-old superstar traded at the deadline. I cannot remember anything like this. 15 years ago or more, we saw about 15 years ago, Miguel Cabrera was traded. He was almost 25 years old. There aren't many comparables. So this is a big one. There will be other trades. Obviously, Wilson Contreras with the Cubs. The Cubs have some pieces to move. Ian Happ as well, David Robertson. There are a lot of relievers that are going to move today. There's about 25 right now on my board. So the teams probably have 40 on their boards. And so it'll be frenetic in terms of the number of moves I think we're going to see. But we're going to see one huge one, which will be Soto. At this moment, it looks like the Padres are the ones that are being aggressive. And then we'll see some other pretty big ones. I mean, I think Noah Syndergaard is likely to be moved. And there are other good pitchers out there, maybe not as famous as Noah Syndergaard, but in that category, Tyler Mahle from the Reds likely to be moved. And we'll see about Carlos Rodon and some of the others that are being talked about. Nate Eovaldi. Boston could make some more moves. They've got J.D. Martinez. So there are a lot of pieces in play here. Soto, the big one. Some starting pitchers and a ton of relievers will move today.
Well, all eyes are going to be on your Twitter ahead of the MLB trade deadline, which is today at 6 p.m. Eastern. John, you're going to be a busy man today. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Brandon.